RWTH Aachen University is a top-ranked university in Europe and I think in the world.
The strength of RWTH Aachen University is its interdisciplinarity. We have a lot of different institutions, a lot of different faculties, and they all work together.
There are strong bonds with industry and research partners, and it was great to build that kind of network here.
I think the atmosphere is good and the teachers are nice and the students, they are friendly and love to sharing, and I make some friends, and that's the most important.
So at the end, this would make me more comfortable facing new challenges, or like at least not having the fear to face challenges.
He said it would be a tough and challenging program, but if I work hard, I will be qualified for many disciplines in my field, and I will be miles ahead of others. So I decided, okay, I want to do it.
In these 2 years, I was like so much pushed. Then I'm now like more stronger than before.
Every day you will encounter new problems, you will find new challenges, but also be able to realize new solutions. Together we will be able to develop your career path.
Fulfill any dream you'd have, yes, by simply coming to Aachen.
Let's start today. Come to RWTH Aachen University.
Welcome everyone to this webinar, our deep dive into the MPA, Master of Public Administration, European Studies. My name is Melanie Ostfeld. I'm responsible for certain partnerships and also to tell you guys about certain master's degree programs. So this is why we're here today. We have Sophia from the intake department in the chat room. In case you have some questions, you can always ask and she's going to respond and always send you the links you might need and look for. But it's also a very special pleasure to announce that today I have a special guest here with me. So when we go a little bit deeper into the details of the MPA European Studies, I'm going to have a seat here with Jose Antonio, who is now in his third semester of this program and is going to share his insights with you guys directly. So we're going to dive into this webinar, which is part of the series From Dream to Degree, Master Your Future in Germany. You have been hearing about why studying in Germany is a cool idea, how you're going to grow as a person and for your career and academic-wise. But you have also already learned about Aachen, the city, and the university. And since you now have met some people that show you that you'll never walk alone, now we can deep dive into the different programs. And right now we focus on European studies. You are very much welcome to join on Monday again, because then we're going to see what the application conditions are like. What exactly do you have to do to apply? What timelines are good to bear in mind? We're going to talk a little bit about this today, obviously, but then you can see what kind of documents we actually need and also give you some tips of how to finance your studies, because this is obviously a big topic, and we're going to present to you various scholarships from our side, where to find others, and also how to apply for your visa and what to prepare to make the most of your stay in Germany. So, RWTH Aachen University is a university of excellence, and the RWTH International Academy is the official institution for further education. And yes, it has a big focus on engineering, on STEM basically, but we also are really close to Brussels. We have a rich history from the Holy Roman Empire, because Carlo Charlemagne was someone who reigned here in Aachen. We always have a prize, the Charlemagne Prize of Aachen, that is given to people who are doing special contributions to European unity. So this is why we also have a master's degree called European Studies. And if you want to choose this program, you get the official degree from this University of Excellence. You study here for 3 semesters, it's all in English, and you also have some practical experiences because of an internship. Of course, let's dive right in. The advantages you can have from maybe your scholarships that are important, because at the end, I'm going to tell you that we also have a very, very beautiful new scholarship. But for now, let's just give you this heads up. There are some partial and there are going to be some full scholarships for you. So stay tuned. Usually our programs are 6,000 euros per semester, but there are different ways to reduce this fee and make the most of it if you are a special candidate. So please stay here until the end, because I'm going to mention this very important topic. So if you want to become an expert in the impact of engineering technologies on European governance, if you like to focus on strategic solutions for global challenges with a European perspective, and if you also might like data-driven management and leadership and think of a European context here, then this program might be the right for you. There are courses like the history of European integration. Obviously, you start at the beginning. Why does the European Union exist? How was it built? How does European policy and governance work? How do all these different countries work together? What EU law is there? What about European economics? And also, you're going to talk about lobbying and transparency. So all the different global challenges are part of this program. You're going to analyze the future of the EU, and you can focus on different topics of your choice. So practically, you can design your own study path. You can either focus on energy and climate, which is one of the study tracks, or look into digital transformation. A lot of compulsory courses form this program. You can always join language classes. They're part of your curricula, so you do have time for those, and even your effort is recognized in your transcript of records afterwards. And then you can choose between a project work and an internship until you finally write your master's thesis. So this is the design of our program, but you might also want to know a little bit more about these two study tracks. When you focus on energy and climate, you are looking into sustainable energy, economics, and policy. You're going to see energy systems and transport, and also think about sustainable climate policy. So those are some of the courses that are part of this study track. And you're obviously diving deeper into it. I'm going to have a conversation with José Antonio, so you can learn a little bit more about the two study tracks. Digital transformation might be the other interesting focus for you if you're really looking into principles of digitalization and transformation, if you like how you can implement strategies or digitize public administration, which is a task here in Germany, or you want to optimize processes and maybe promote efficient modern governance. E-governance is another part of the study track, so you can lead digital transformation in organizations. And maybe if you like big data, it's also big responsibility. You can acquire skills in information security, including integrity, confidentiality, and you can manage critical data in digital environments. Also, you're going to develop your soft skills, because there are going to be some more courses like strategic decision-making and negotiation skills, something that's always valuable, because at some point you might even negotiate your salary, or maybe the contract of a house you want to buy, or whatever. It's always good to have these skills, not only for your job. Plus, you'll be in a course called International Project Management, so that the career path you might want to look into afterwards is opening up a little bit more. You don't need to stay in governance. You can look for an NGO, maybe an international working company. This is one of the photos of a visit that our students do. They go to Brussels and visit the European Parliament. So obviously this is something really special. Brussels is only 1.5 hours away from you by train. So it's actually something people do, like they go and visit the city, but also the European institutions there. And we have teachers, so part of our professors work in the parliament and give classes here. So we have the direct link to where governance is actually made. If you think, okay, but where am I going to end up with this program? Then I want to tell you that our graduates work in different fields. You can see here that most of them said that they work in energy right now, but also a lot of them in policy and regulation affairs, in engineering even. So it is a technical university. You're always going to see how it's intertwined, policies, for example, with technology and their part in industry. But some also built their own businesses or work in automotive right now. And this makes sense because there are a lot of different companies that are really closely linked to RWTH Aachen University. When you come here, you're going to be a part of this big ecosystem. We have over 400 companies that have their office on our campus or are really, really closely working together with the different research institutes. So these are obviously some options for you to bear in mind. And in what area would you like to grow? Well, we have some examples for you where our students usually end up in. They could be an asset manager or a sales manager or a legal analyst or a policy specialist or work in regulatory affairs and be an advisor. So this is the broad picture of it all. And now I would like to talk to someone who's actually studying this program. So welcome with me, Jose Antonio. It's so nice to have you here. Hi.
Hi. Thank you very much for inviting me again. And I love to be here.
Yeah, actually, last time you were here when we had a webinar in Spanish. Today we need to make it in English, and it's a very nice challenge. It's so good to have you here again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so why did you choose MPA European Studies?
Well, after I graduated of my bachelor degree in communications, I was looking for a job for months. And yes, I have an experience, but this was a short and bad experience. Mm-hmm. So after a time, I was talking with my parents and my sister. My sister is studying here in the university. And well, they told me that maybe I can find a master degree in another place, in another country. And I was like, okay, maybe Germany, because, well, my sister is there. So I will know a lot of things before, no? And well, yeah, I come to the University of, well, she's in the public part, but I was looking in the private part because of the language, because I don't speak German. I have basic level, so it's impossible to me to apply to the other.
Yeah,
but when I look in the possibilities, I found this of Master of Public Administration in European Studies, and I was really interested because, well, I love history, I like economics, more in the part of the explaining, knowing about that, no so much in the numbers, but okay, of the policy, about external conflicts that create and change the organization of the European Union, because when you go back to the past, you can notice that this organization began with less than 10 countries, and now it's very, very big. And we have another countries that are trying to be part of the organization, but it's not so easy to enter because, well, you have to analyze a lot of things like their economy, their security, how they treat their people, things like that.
So, Jose Antonio, you were telling me what you like about your program. Would you expand a little on that?
Well, I like about these topics related to history and policy because, well, I really love that topics. And, well, before enter here, I don't have, I'm not very clear that how much it works to make the European Union as an organization as we know today. It was like a lot of process, a lot of years, countries that at first they didn't want to be part of the organization, but later they changed their opinion. But well, we also found countries that go out of the organization, and it's like, okay, it's interesting to know why countries with a really interesting system, because, well, I come from Mexico, and it's a surprise for me that can exist something like the European Union when a lot of countries have the possibility to cross to another country, cross frontiers without for a visa, for example, or they can use the same money to all the places. It's very interesting for me. So, well, that is about what I like of my master.
Yeah, and you were mentioning something really important. As a European, you can work anywhere in Europe, and no need for a work visa or doing anything. Just move there and be happy. Do you also travel a lot here in Europe?
Well, I traveled to France, to Paris, to Belgium, Brussels. Yes, Brussels, I think, is a place I have to go a lot of times because of the master. And, well, if well, maybe I am skipping a lot, but I really like the idea to work in the European Union organizations. So, like, the principal is in Brussels, so it's important. And the other, the Netherlands.
To Den Haag.
Yeah.
You go. Oh, okay, interesting. That's cool. Okay, so what study track did you choose and why?
Well, I choose digital transformation because I like the idea to know more about the digital administration, more about the integrity, the security needed this digital world, because not only the European Union, maybe in all the countries, but a lot of countries are evolving to a digital system. So you need to know a lot of things like, okay, maybe you can use, for example, artificial intelligence. It's not bad to use it. It's technology. All are evolving. The thing here is that you need to know how to use it, how you are not taking advantage from the work of another people. You can steal their work. Of course, you can look for information, you can use for help you, but you need to know when you can stop or what things you can do. So, well, that's the reason I chose digital transformation. And also it had similar things to my bachelor degree. So it's like, okay, I know things before, so I can continue with them in this master.
That makes sense. Yeah. Do you also know a little bit more about the other study track? Do you have maybe friends who study that and you hear what they focus on?
Well, yes. The other is energy and climate, I think. Well, they told me that about for example, about transportation, the importance of, well, yeah, of course, transportation is very important for everyone, but it's not only that. The idea is not all the people have cars. The principal idea there is that how to maybe expand the capability from, for example, to how can I say? I want to put an example as my country. Yes. And my country, the transportation have the problem there about the buses, and the idea there in energy climate is that all a lot of people can move to one place to another without using a lot of cars, because first of all, you are affecting the climate, and second, it's like maybe we don't need all the cars to fulfill all the spaces with this kind of vehicles. Maybe we can be more free, for example, from a certain way to say.
Yeah. So it's not only about sustainability; it's also about making space for society to use spaces that are public. Okay, interesting. So when you think about your master's degree program, is there something that really surprised you? Something you learned where you were like, wow, okay, this is totally unexpected.
Unexpected. Maybe about the strategic and negotiations skills, because, well, maybe I wasn't expecting that part, because a lot of times we have two people that they want the same thing, but is the important thing there is that they have to find a way to have a common point, to like, okay, yes, we want to do this, but we are going to do with a certain way, or maybe I can help you with this, but you are going to help me with other thing. So it's like it's very important, the part of this of negotiations.
Yeah, okay, interesting. And now that you are looking for your internship,
Yeah.
where exactly are you looking? What would be like your perfect place to do an internship?
Well, I am looking in two places. First in enterprises, because it's a possible thing to do. But my favorite, or I would love to have a possibility to be inside an organization inside of the European Union in Brussels. I really like the idea. Yeah, I know it's not very far from here. It's like 1 hour and a half, I think, in train. So if I have the possibility, it's not a very bad idea. So I can go every day and return. So yeah, that was.
Okay, all the best luck for that. And then after finishing here, you mentioned you would like to be in these kinds of institutions, European institutions. So your favorite part is the policy, the governance. What exactly do you think is what you want to do?
Maybe a policy. Yes, I think is my favorite thing in this part. Yeah, of course, I would love to have a part in something related to history, but I know it's not very easy. So yeah, maybe more policy.
Interesting. Well, maybe you find a museum that's focusing on European history or something like that. Could be. Yeah. Okay. So I was going to ask you if you're going to stay in Germany. Well, it seems like you are opening yourself up for a whole, a lot of different options all over Europe. So it doesn't have to be Germany after finishing your studies.
Yeah, well, I would love the idea to be in Germany because I like the country. But if I have to change to another place, for example, I like the idea of Spain because, well, I speak Spanish, or Belgium because this part of Brussels. So that they are my three options of countries.
Interesting. Okay. So there's still a lot for you to explore and see where your path is leading you. What is the key thought you would like to give to our listeners here today?
Do everything with time. When you are going to study, do it with time. When you are looking for your internship, do it with your time. When you are going to do your paperwork, for example, visa or resident permit, look for the appointment because it could take some time. And well, in my case, I have 6 months from October to April to have my resident permission, and my appointment was in March. So I was a little nervous that it could be a problem. No, but... It wasn't.
Okay, good.
But yeah, do everything with time.
That's a good one. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Jose Antonio, for being here and sharing your insights.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you guys, you've heard a student's perspective. Now, if you want to apply, you have until March 1st if you're a non-European candidate. In case you are European, then you can even apply until July 15th. That also applies in case you have a German bachelor's degree. So you might want to check all those documents, make a screenshot now and find your transcript of records, everything in English, please, a letter of motivation you obviously need to send in, your CV, letters of recommendation, your English language certificate, and some proof of work experience. Those are the basic documents we need to see to evaluate if you can be part of MPA European Studies. And now, finally, I can tell you guys about the European Excellence Fellowship. This is a new full scholarship that we are giving to certain people, certain candidates from the European Union. So in case you decide that this could be my program, I want to be there, but I really feel like the fee is very high, or I can, well, take my pick in different institutions, but now I see this is also a financially good idea, then just apply and see if you can make it into the group of chosen scholarship holders, and you can stand out with your excellence. You will find information on this particular scholarship on our website soon. Be a little patient, or write an email if you're interested to see, because we have already defined the different criteria, but we still need to put them on our website and officially start the process for this one. Okay, so these From Dream to Degree, Master Your Future in Germany info sessions are coming to an end soon. Now we dive deeper into the different programs, and on Monday, you are kindly invited to join our last webinar when we talk about the application process in further detail, the different scholarships in very much detail, how you can be one of the scholarship holders, how you can organize your finances in all the different ways, find work, how to organize your visa. Jose Antonio said so, do it with time. So all these things are going to be part of what we talk about on Monday in our last half hour. So this was a great pleasure to have you. Have the application deadline in mind, please. And also know that we're going to have another webinar on the MPA European Studies with Professor Rotte. So you can actually get to know the academic advisor of this program and see why it's important to know about European studies, what the study concept is all about, and they go a little bit deeper into the digital transformation track. So be ready to join, but this is after the application deadline. And then afterwards, we will also always have more webinars on the next steps after admission and sessions where you can ask current students in Q&As. The QR code you're seeing right now is for you to use and leave your email address. So please do so, and you can receive information on your favorite study program right after this session. So in case you want to know more, feel free to also write an email, enter in contact. There's even a WhatsApp number here, and we're always here to help you and guide you through this process. Thank you so much, Jose Antonio, for being here today. We both want to say goodbye.
Goodbye.